Welcome back to the Film and TV channel. I hope you're all staying safe and well. And we have a Liam Neeson film to look at today. Interesting actor Liam Neeson, and we will have more of that in a moment as he puts out these action thrillers that normally are very enjoyable. But is he putting out too many? Well, we'll have a look. We're going to look at Blacklight today. Blacklight, 104-minute action thriller, directed and co-written by Mark Williams. Yeah, who's done quite, obviously, very, very busy guy. Please, if you're new to the channel, push that subscribe button or tell your friends about this film and TV channel. I'll try and inform and entertain with movie, TV, drama reviews and information vlogs, of course, what's out to buy, what's on at the cinema, stuff like that. So if you enjoy it, please push that notification button as well. And tell your friends, and I do have a little channel on my football team, Manchester City as well, the Citizen channel, where I look at everything past, present and forever as far as City are concerned. So if that's of any interest, have a look. If it's not, don't worry. But if you know someone who might like it, please point them in my direction. Any thumbs ups, guys, much appreciated. Try and get at least 10 for these film and TV channel vlogs if I can. So give us that little thumbs up. Leave us all your comments. Any comments you want to make about this film or anything else, doesn't matter. Leave your comments. And if you haven't got time for a comment, or if you've got time for a comment and a thumbs up, great. Otherwise, just give us a thumbs up. Right, Blacklight, action thriller. As we said, we've got Mr. Liam Neeson stars as the main protagonist, as you'd expect. Travis Block in this. Emmy Raver Lampman as Mira Jones. Taylor John Smith as Dusty Crane. Aidan Quinn as Gabriel Robinson. Yeah, nice to see Aidan Quinn. I've not seen him for a while. It took me a couple of minutes just to figure out who he was, because I'm getting old. I forget who these actors are. And I thought, who's that? Claire Vander Boom as Amanda Block, Yale Stone as Helen Davidson, Tim Draxel as Drew Hawthorne, Melanie Johnson as Sophia Flores, and Andrew Shaw as Jordan Lockhart. And Travis Block, yes, as the aforementioned Liam Neeson, is a government operative coming to terms with his shadowy past. Yeah, interesting premise this, yeah. He actually goes around trying to pull guys out of situations that are obviously, where they've sort of gone undercover and they've totally gone in the head. Obviously, the psychological aspect of these things. So he's a guy who goes in and pulls these guys out. He discovers a plot targeting US citizens. Travis Block finds himself in the crosshairs of the FBI director he once helped protect. Okay, so we know a little bit about what's going to happen in this. It was released in the US by Open Road Films and Briarcliff Entertainment on February 11th, 2022. And the tagline, yeah, good tagline. It's not they're going to need a bigger boat, which never was the tagline. It's they're going to need more men. There's the tagline for this that's on the poster. It's very, very good. It's not a bad tagline, I suppose. Is it any good? Well, the 20th of February, 2022 at 10 p.m. UK time. Oh, I was a late bunny. I wasn't up for work early, so I was up late doing things. Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes, 74 critics. Not very happy with this. A very low percentage of positivity. I think it's 5% positivity, which isn't great. 3.6 out of 10 it scored on Rotten Tomatoes. And that's 7 fresh and 78 rotten. I'll say not too good, 3.6 out of 10, but there you go. The audience some quite liked it. Rotten Tomatoes, perhaps the Liam Neeson fans, and I think you probably have to be a Liam Neeson fan. Audience will give it 4.1 out of 5. That's 8.2 out of 10, so totally more than double what Rotten Tomatoes critics are giving it. Metacritic, the other critic site we'll look at, again, not great. 27 out of 100. That's all. 27%. 22 critics, zero positivity, 8 mixed reviews and 14 negative. So the critics don't really like this. And it scored anywhere between 15 out of 100 and 50. 15 out of 150. Slant Magazine's Derek Smith, he only gave it 25. He's one of the lower ones, the word lower, obviously. Instead of elaborating its plot, he says, Blacklight offers up repetitious dialogue-driven scenes that deliver only the shallowest of exposition, advancing the story at a sluggish pace. The rap Todd Gilchrist, well, he was one of the high marks. He gave it 50 out of 100, so he was more positive. Well, half and half anyway. Blacklight is an unsurprisingly tepid action thriller which extends this odd phase of Neeson's career. It does. But the best thing that can probably be said about it is it's not materially worse than most of the others. Okay, so in other words, it's not as bad, so that's a good thing, possibly. Internet Movie Database, Joe Public, yeah, not as overly impressed as a Rotten Tomatoes audience. 1,047 reviews, so no, a good number, and it's averaging 5 out of 10. So right, middle for diddle, as we used to say when we used to play darts, middle for diddle. If you've never played darts, you'd probably think, what the hell's he on about? And of that 1,047, I've ignored the 10 out of 10s, I've ignored the 1 out of 10s. 339 of those guys scored it between 6 and 9, so it's okay. But a bit larger, 433 only scored it between 2 to 5 out of 10. So yeah, a bit of a mix there. Rotten Tomatoes audience quite liked it. Internet Movie Database audience, not particularly. Right, my thoughts on this. Liam Neeson, he does appear to want to go down the path of Mr. Bruce Willis, doesn't he? Of taking roles just to pay the bills. I mean, we all have to pay the bills. There's nothing wrong with that. We all have to pay for the gas and electric, which costs a fortune these days here in the UK. I don't know what it's like where you are. The difference is perhaps between Bruce Willis and Liam Neeson. He still has a little bit of credibility, Liam Neeson. I think Bruce Willis's went a long time ago. Perhaps he can rescue things, but probably not, as I say, based on what we're seeing. And obviously, poor old Bruce seems beyond that. I don't think Bruce can sort of rescue anything at the moment with the sort of stuff he's putting out, which is, I do like Bruce Willis. I'm not going to have a downer on him. I still like some of his older stuff, of course, to do. As you say, you've got to pay the bills, haven't you? And I do like Neeson, and I think he's just about passing muster with me at the moment, but it is a struggle to appreciate his stuff, and it was a little bit of a struggle to appreciate that. I should have cared about some of the characters more. I cared about Liam Neeson's characters, you always do. But in this, some other characters, I should have cared more for him, and I didn't. And that this is just the quality of the film, just the quality of the shoot. It was a bit all over the place for me. It didn't, even though it was an hour and 40 minutes or so, it just felt as though they didn't make use of the time they had, the screen time they had. To be honest with you, it didn't feel right. And even Liam's caring appeared a little bit false when he was caring for even his own family. All seemed a little bit false to me, and it's just basically a poorish film rather than anything else. As I say, despite the film about 100 minutes, if you take out the credits, but it's just appeared as though bits were missing and bits were rushed. There was a couple of good scenes, a good car chase. I'm not usually into car chases, I'll be honest with you. There's a couple of good car chase, one good car chase at least, and some okay action scenes in small doses. But it just felt a bit just gaps in the film all over the place. And I think Neeson, based on this, he's close to the edge of being an actor I want to watch because obviously he's very close to that edge. This leaves him sort of still hanging on that edge of an actor. I will go back and watch his film, new films, but a big gust of wind might send him on his way and push him over into the Bruce Willis level of, oh well, it's Bruce Willis. I'll watch it, but I'm not really that bothered because they're all much the sameness. And sadly, Liam Neeson is falling into that category at the moment. But there was just enough in this for me to give it, a splinters in the bum, 5.5 out of 10. I was going to give it a 5 out of 10. I watched it. It was okay. It's Liam Neeson. There's a lot of problems with it, but because it's Liam Neeson, I was a bit kinder to it. And as I say, that sort of kindness might certainly is ebbing away. And certainly if we don't see something just a little bit different from Liam, he might totally disappear within the next 6-12 months, depending on how busy he is and how many bills he has to pay between then and now. But I will give it a 5.5 out of 10, which is my middle of the road score, if you like, where I know some of you are going to hate it, but if you like Liam, it's Liam Neeson, and it's more of a simple story, not too complicated. You sort of know the bad guys from the outset anyway. It's not exactly rocket science. And if you accept that and accept it, keep your expectations low and you'll be all right. Let me know what you think anyway, guys. Much appreciated. Anyway, thanks for watching. Whatever you're going to do the rest of the day, have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More important, let's all look after each other. To me here again on the Film and TV channel. I only ask one thing, don't I? Please stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.